Hello again, and welcome to the second part of What's Not in My Bag video. For those of you that want to keep it really short and get fed up with me droning on and on and on, no bag. When I go out with the little Ricoh GRD, I literally have no need to take a bag with me. It's extremely pocketable, perfect for my sort of street photography, urban landscapes, that kind of thing. It will fit into trouser pocket, coat pocket, you name it. No need for a bag at all. There you go, short and sweet. Video over. No, I wouldn't do that to you. As many of you know, I've recently gone through a complete revamp and rethinking of my photography. If you have watched the previous episode with my smartphone photography, for a while that formed the basis of my complete photographic outfit. A little bit of a backstory. 4.5 years ago, I had a heart attack and a triple heart bypass operation. Up until that point, I was as keen as anybody on my photographic equipment, and in all honesty, I still am. Do I suffer from gear acquisition syndrome? Not anymore, to any great extent anyway. However, I'll be the first to admit that I get a great deal of pleasure from handling, using, looking after, cleaning all sorts of photographic equipment. Going back to the days of film cameras, nothing would give me greater pleasure, for example, than sitting with an empty camera in my lap on the sofa while watching TV and just winding the shutter cocking mechanism on and releasing the shutter, especially with cameras like the Nikon F2, Pentax Spotmatics, and of course the legendary Leica M3. The engineering in that type of camera is something that's now sadly gone. Nevertheless, it does play a big part in my choice of photographic gear. It has to feel right, and ergonomically it has to fit what I want it to do. So my most recent acquisition, as some of you will probably already know, is an Olympus OMD EM10 Mark I, the very first one. And I got this with a 14-42 standard kit lens, as they call it. I've been really pleased with it. And most recently, I've added the 40-150 tele lens for it. That's my outfit. Now, when I'm out and about, more often than not, I will just take this. I don't like just having it hanging around my neck or over my shoulder. I do use a neck strap on this. So what I do is to actually pop it inside this case, which I've had for quite some time now. I bought this at the same time as my Fujifilm X Pro 1 and XE2. It's made by a company called Golla. I'm not even sure they're still in existence, but at the time they were quite trendy. It's a tiny little case, drawstring, single drawstring compartment, and it will perfectly house the OMD with the kit lens. Close it up, it's nice and secure. Velcro closure on the side. There is a zip-up pocket on the back into which I keep spare battery and extra memory card. That's it. That is what's in my bag, and more accurately, what's not in my bag. 9 times out of 10, this will do everything that I need. The 40 to 150 I've got to give me the extra reach on the occasions when I'm going out, specifically in the hope of doing some more long distance photography. But on those occasions, this little bag stays at home, and these items go with me in my Think Tank shoulder bag. There you go. Have I bored you for long enough? That's what's not in my bag. To pad this video out for a little longer and to bore the pants off you even more, I thought I'd illustrate just exactly how I think, and how I think many other keen photographers will think when they go about acquiring an outfit. Going back about 5 years before I had my heart attack, I invested in a complete full frame outfit. So I'm going to talk you through now what that comprised of and give you an idea as to why it went bye-bye. So without any further ado, I'll switch around, put up some images on the computer, and I'll talk you through that outfit. Okay, so here we are. This was my camera of choice. I decided to swap the Sony NEX5 for a full frame DSLR, and the one I settled on was the Canon 5D Mark II. And I purchased it with the 24 to 105L lens. I decided if I was going to go for a full frame camera, then I may as well also invest in the best glass that I could. Quite quickly added a 70 to 200. It's the f4, not the 2.8, so a relatively compact tele zoom lens. And then adding to that, I decided I would like something a little bit more compact so that I could just take the camera out and about with me more easily. And I added the Plastic Fantastic, the 50mm 1.8. But after a few short months of using that combination, I decided that the 24 wasn't wide enough for me. Let's add the 16 to 35L zoom lens to that. And then I was fortunate enough to get hold at the right price of a 1.4 extender, which would give me even greater reach combined with that 70 to 200. And then because this is fairly chunky and the lenses are pretty substantial, I thought, oh, I'd better invest in beefy tripod, and I went for a Manfrotto 055. Well, then I quickly decided I ought to invest in some filters, and so I decided to go for the Lee system with the holder and a selection of graduated filters. You name it, I had them. And then quite rapidly after that, I thought, oh, if I'm gonna do some long exposure photography and things, I'm gonna invest in some adapter rings so that I can use the filter holder on all of these lenses. And then with regard to long exposure photography, I got a big stopper and a little stopper, and suddenly the outfit is growing exponentially, really. Next on the agenda, which I also got at the right price, was the Lee Professional folding bellows type lens hood. I thought, wow, that looks really good. That's a professional looking bit of kit. I better have that. So I purchased that. And then next acquisition, I thought, wow, okay, let's really go out on a limb. Let's add some weird stuff to it. And I got a Lens Baby, which allows you to selectively defocus areas of your image by angling the optics. I bought a pinhole lens for it, and of course a remote release as well. And then all this I had to put into a new bag, so I invested in a low pro. that was my outfit. Now, I have to be honest with you, not including the filters and the bag itself, that little lot comes to £12 in weight. So it's like carrying a sack of potatoes on your back. Do you know, I got to the point where I just got fed up with having to lug it around with me. I'll be perfectly honest with you. The pinhole lens I never used. The lens baby I used maybe 2 or 3 times at the very most. The bellows lens hood I never used. And I honestly can't remember ever using the remote release either. Most of this stuff was pointless. So at the end of the day, I'm sorry, it just had to go. And that was the end of my full frame photographic outfit. Since then, I reverted to APS-C with the Fujifilm line, and most recently, of course, the Olympus Micro Four Thirds system. So there we are. This is the totality of my current outfit. I have the OMD EM10 with the kit 14-42 zoom lens. I have the 40-150 zoom lens to give me that longer reach. And then in addition, for when I'm in a playful mood, I've got a couple of legacy lenses. I have the 50mm Yashinon and a 135mm Yashinon. That's it. No filters, not even skylight filters or UV filters on any of the lenses. So that's it. That's what's not in my bag. I hope you have gleaned an insight into the way my crazy mind works when it comes to photography. And I guess the message is that for me, even without me having the heart attack and subsequent operation, I would still be going down this route. I have to be honest with you. I just got to the point with the full frame outfit. It was too much of an effort to bag it all up, sling it over my shoulder and head out. It was sucking the enjoyment out of my photography. And that's the last thing that I want. Remember the name of the channel. So there we are. What's not in my bag. Everything that you've seen today, everything that you will see once I've stopped yakking, is taken on the EM10 with this 14-42 kit lens. And I hope that illustrates the breadth of subject matter that you can cover with just this combination here. But the next video that I produce will more than likely show you results taken on the 40-150. So there we are. I hope you've enjoyed all that. Look after yourselves. Enjoy your photography. That's the most important thing, irrespective of what equipment you either have or don't have. And I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.